don't understand what they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water. Try to find what's right in a distant place, so far away. The silence fills my heart with empty space. But now I'm sure of where I'll go from here. And tensions rise, they push me to divert my vision. But I will break the ceiling and the walls that kept me in for all this time, and all the reasons that I cannot find.
They'll wait for me to fall under that pressure. They'll wait for me to give it up. Well, I will not work against the forces I trust. Have to stay above the rushing water.
I will do my best to keep myself composed. It takes a lot not to overload. They can't tell me what is right for me. I just need peace of mind and my ability. But no one said that it would be this hard. You can't force it, but you'll play your part. So I will run until I reach the end, and who knows where I'll be. But all I know is that we'll start again.
They'll wait for me to fall under that pressure. They'll wait for me to give it up. Well, I will not work against the forces I trust. Have to stay above the rushing
I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore. I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore.
shots into Tokyo, and Tokyo needs to. I don't think he knows the dangerous situation he is in, but he is able to spoil it up. To sense it. Oh my god! The Kobe Biao got ammo wrecked in the victory. Uh-oh, I think he is in deep trouble. Can't pull back, because if he pulls back, the iceberg will be ready to. Good evening, everyone. We are on the final proof of skill tournament day 1 on the Asia server, and you might be wondering why I'm streaming day 1. You will know very soon that it's worth watching tonight what's going to happen, and let's go through what's going on. If you have no idea what proof of skill tournament is, pause the stream and read, but I'm not going to explain because this is the last proof of skill and that's not going to matter anymore in the future tournaments. Here are the number of cups that each clan can earn for the last proof of skill tournament, and the timeline. We are currently on the last proof of skill tournament, Thursday, Friday. I won't be streaming EU server, but tomorrow both Asia and EU, and Sunday also the same. The schedule is as the overview of this season is said in the lower bottom, lower left-hand corner, and we know that the top 8 will go to the professionals tournament, and that will be played in the double round robin series middle echelon championship, with the challengers tournament between the 9th to 16th place, lower echelon 17th to the 2nd place. Will be playing the lower echelon championship, and the Blitz Cup will be held on every Thursday and Friday. And here is my top 8 guests, currently with Feast, GV, Ho, ID, E7RN, HLV, and EA. Will Laos overtake EA in the number of cups? We'll find out. We'll find out soon. But I think the more important thing is that we're looking at the battle for the top 16, which is going to be really exciting. Currently, the top 16, we have, currently on the edges of the top 16, we have Quint. We have IVT, S-MON, and King. It will be between these 3 clans, 3 for 2 spots. If you can also S-MON and King are tied in the 16th place, but S-MON has a slightly higher clan rating, clan performance rating, so they're currently in the 16th place and King is not. We're looking at the grouping tonight: King, NQ7, GB, and Calm, and King has to play really well to get out of this group, and I would say basically they have to win their games. They have to win their matches. I would say at least to the grand final, and it will be really hard. At least they need to take out NQE7, and maybe GV would join them in the lower bracket. We would never know. And then we have Group 3 going with the Quint, HLV, and Chloe. Quint's pretty much secure in the top 16. Even if they can't qualify tonight, it won't matter too much. And Group 4 we have S-MON, Feast, I444, and EA. And S-MON definitely will be looking to secure a spot if they finish 4th tonight, which is possible, given that IF444 has beaten GB before. Then I would say S-MON would finish below King tonight. Group 5 we have IV, 9V, Inter, and Ho. Not that important for any of the clans here, but at least Ho would like to qualify, because that would mean they will stay in the top 8. Otherwise, it would have a huge implication of what's going to happen next. And then we have Group 6 with IVT, Laos, ID, and VNA34. Technically, IVT should get the 3rd place and should be secure in the top 16. But you will never know if both S-MON and King actually qualify to the next day, and that would send IVT out of top 16. But it will be really hard for them to break through. And finally, we have Group 1, RNT90S, G4, and E7. G4 pretty much would not be going for. They would not be in the top 16. They haven't qualified to the second day 3 out of 3 times. This is going to be their 4th attempt. Even if they qualify, they will still be a distance away from the top 16. Actually, Group 2. We know what's going to happen. Will Kane get top 16 tonight, or will it be S-MON? It will be a hard one for them, and they need good win rate as well. So climb performance rating. If they have good win rate, then they will overtake S-MON. It's really about the fewest matches tonight. That will be hard. I don't know. It will be very exciting. So do sit straight. Enjoy the matches you're going to watch tonight. It's going to be extremely close. Hello, Ambassador. How are you doing? Okay. Okay, let's play some matches while we wait. We just have 5 minutes to go, so let's play a match with the Yaktiga on Asia server. Let's go. Battle for top 16. The poll is still up. It will be up until the lower brackets. Until the lower brackets, really. So keep voting. If King is through the upper bracket, you can still vote, pretty much. So will it be S-MON or will it be King? I assume IBT is through though. I assume IBT is through, so IBT is not an option. So it will be between S-MON and King for tonight, tied with the same number of points, with S-MON slightly higher clan performance rating, putting them in 16th currently, and King 17th. And nope, would not be a penetration there. I'm just trailing here slowly. Please. Oh no. Well, I hope it hit something. I hope it hit. Okay. So there's still a tank in the corner. In the caves, I mean. I need to get that out of the way. Oh, that was a great shot there. Oh, I definitely hit there. That was a ricochet. Good. There we go. That was a nice win from the team. And I'm getting stuff. and I'm getting some more stuff, and Wood or Ruby up soon. And what is this event here? Oh, I don't know. That reminds. What? Why does it remind me of the berries and cream? Oh gosh, if you haven't been aware what's happening with that, was just a meme there, but has a really dark backstory. So I don't know. Although it's kind of cringy, but if you didn't understand the backstory, then you would really feel sorry for that person. For that person. Okay, so now it's NQE7 versus King. They're not going to take Smasher, but this is going to be extraordinary. Will King retain their status as a Challengers team, Challengers tournament team? So far, they haven't been outside of top 16 in any season so far this year. Spring season, or summer season, they went to the Challengers. Spring as well. I mean, summer season they almost got to top 8, and for the winter season, they also went to Challengers. So this is going to be will be immense. They would want to keep that track record, and this is going to be a hard one. The reason why King is struggling at the moment is hugely due to their first day, where they lost to Cham 1-2 in a big upset, and I heard that they had some problems with some of the individual players, so that they can't really field a team that is. I think they have 7 players, but that some players that are distracted or maybe in with really terrible connection. But now with NQE7 versus King, NQE7 definitely better team on paper, with Maddox now leading in charge. Originally, he was the coach for this team, but it seems that he is going to lead now. He will be playing in the IS4, known as Maddox. If you haven't known it already, the legend of the Asia server, representing Feast in 2018-2019 Twister Cup for the Asia server. We have Fuyu, also known as Winter Fox, in the 50B. Lancelot, Vickers Light, Axiomatic, Mouse, and Theron in IS4 with Deception. Not looking to take a spike, but maybe some another tank. King, on the other hand, will be going for triple M60, Sakuna, Vickers Light, Long Yusk, IS4, and Dwayne Donson, I think. Maybe will not be taking a Smasher. We'll see. Money is on the subs bench. Would be going in. We're playing the IS4, potentially Deception, changing, and Flat might play in the Crown. We'll find out. We'll find out in around 2 minutes which tanks they're going to be taking. King currently, they're still waiting for another person to show up. Remnant on the subs bench. If the 7th player didn't show up, then Remnant can play. We are still seeing a lot of changes with the tanks, but Oasis Palms is quite an open map, so we'll favor more mobile tanks. So you're seeing King taking the more mobile heavies, the M60Os and the IS7s, although they are taking an IS4, but don't be surprised if we are seeing a TD even, or a couple of mediums or lights. But the usage of heavily armored tanks won't be ideal for this map, but the middle side, it's common to see at least one heavily armored tank, such as the IS4 or the Mouse, but NQ7 is going to take double IS4 and a Mouse with Giga now on the subs bench too. Okay, so here we go. The lineup for both teams we're going to be seeing. NQE7 will be on the one side. Let me just change it a little bit. NQE7 going with double IS4 by Sweaty Shaft and Flat. M60 by Deception, double 50Bs by Fuyu and Money. Vickers Light by Lancelot, and Axiomatic in Mouse, with King going for triple M60Os by Dwayne and Con. and Holiday with Nado in the IS-7. Vickers Light will be played by Sukuna Longyusk. IS-4 with Tom Killer 1-3. Kane really wanted, they needed a win desperately, and a win here could be very important for them. Hello people, and hello Lemonade. We are now in to the first match on Oasis Palms. NQE7 and Kane on a fight, on a huge fight for top 16. This is going to be difficult for them. They are in a very tough group, and NQE7 will be the first hurdle they need to overcome. Let's head up high and see NQE7 red team on the south spawn, with Kane blue team on the north spawn. Kane going mostly to A, with NQE7 going separately a bit. And we're seeing already Sukuna spotting up Sweaty Sharp or Maddox. Himself is spotted though, so we were trying to run away as quickly as he could before NQE7 is able to put shots into Vegas Light. Deceptions try to put some shells in, but Sukuna gets out of it unscathed. NQE7 will get C with Sweaty Sharp already in there, and Kane has made no delay to obtain A. But the cap lead is going to go with NQE7 as they captured C first, and Kane will be capturing A slightly thereafter. And Long Use is spotted. We're seeing Tom Killer looking at B. Don't think anyone would like to go for B at the moment. NQE7 is there to reset. Whoever's trying to get B, and getting out of B will be really difficult. We'll see how King is going to respond to that. But Naruto already took a hit in the IS-7, meaning NQE7 is leading by more than 1,000 hit points here at the moment. They're looking really strong. Sukuna trying to get more spots in. Has to be really difficult with the spotting, but are we seeing King potentially making a move onto Deception? Would be a good call, I would say, because Deception is kind of isolated. They're pressing slowly. But hit points are still in favor of NQE7 at the moment, because we are seeing Con and Holiday dropping some more hit points there. And Sukuna has dropped some more hit points, has to run away though, might be a little bit too late. Naruto also in a bit trouble. Sukuna, can he run away as soon as he could? Maybe King needs to make a push on the other side, and they are doing it exactly. They have to make a decisive push because the 50Bs are behind. The M60s are going down to Deception. They are hesitating at the moment. They cannot do that. They need to go in now. The other side might be falling apart. Holiday, and they're ramming into the mouse for some odd reason. And we're seeing Holiday already taken out. NQE7 with a substantial hit point pool lead. And Nongyu is going to put a bounce though into Deception. This is getting close. Tom Kill is now dead. 2 tanks down already for King. And Con also taken out, and NQE7 is really dominating this one. Deception is now down to a 1-shot, with Long Use going to be taken out soon. It's going to be Deception taken out by Dwayne Donson. I'm going to call you Shay Donson anyway. Sukuna is taken out. Long is also taken out. Dwayne Donson is the last person standing. NQE7 thrashing Kane, and that push on the other side was quite hesitant, and ramming into the mouses didn't help either. And it looked very, very bad for Kane at the moment. 1-0 to NQE7 already. And if it continues this way, I feel really worried for Kane. That's not a performance that they will be happy about. The biggest light was there for way too long. The IS-7 in a sniping position. Really weird position to take in an IS-7, to be honest with you. And they were very, very slow in trying to rush onto NQE7 on the other side, and they lost so many tanks for that. And AMX-50Bs did some damage for that, and King will not be winning the first one. NQE7 will be getting the first one quite comfortably. And here we go. NQE7 1-0 to King so far.
You're a comet, I'm trying to catch you. We can break any rule they ever taught you. Forget
Okay, reading the chat right now. Okay, we're getting around 16 viewers, so that's good. That's how we'll get more soon. Hello Douglas, how are you doing? NQ7, double M6Os by Fuyu and Money. Vickers Light will be played by Lancelot, Deception, IS4, Sweaty Sharp, IS7, IS4 I mean, Deception, IS7, Axiomatic Mouse and Flat in the Crown Varg, King this time going slightly different, Double 50Bs by Dwayne and Con, Long Use, IS4 alongside Nado, Holiday in the M6 alongside Tom Kuna in the Vickers Light, and King would need to do really well now. It's going to be very tough. NQE7 is looking really strong at the moment. I don't know. Kane. The second match, they need to do better. They need to be more decisive. So far, the stars are aligned in favor of NQE7. It's going to be really tense to watch this time. NQE7 on the north spawn with King on the south spawn, this time going mostly to the desert side with NQE7 red team going mostly to the A side. Wow. Let's see what's going to happen with Sukuna. And the Vegas Light looking to get spots up, unable to do so because NQE7 is not going to that way. Alex, this is for you, along, says Money. But Axiomatic is spotted here. Will this time King get a cap lead, or is it going to be once again NQE7 holding there, waiting for King to battle with NQE7 near the A side? But it's going to be King getting C at the start. I'm not sure what KBM means in this contest. With A and B, oh, B will be captured by NQE7. Well, this is all to do with now King. Are they able to get Sweaty Shaft punished for going into B? This is not the position that, not the strategy that I would like to recommend. But it seems all shots been coming onto Axiomatic, but Sweaty Shaft will be getting out of B unscathed. So the pressure is on King right now. They need to make a rotation as soon as possible, and NQE7 they just need to defend nicely. Himpo is still in favor of NQE7, so they have a vast advantage to sit right now. And Kane, it's all about rotation. Can they make that one? Long U's taking a hit, so if King keeps on dropping hit points, that will put them in a disadvantage. But we're seeing King potentially going back to the spawn. They need to be really decisive now. King just getting out of C entirely. They're lining up for a big push coming from A. They have the Vegas Light, but that Vegas Light is not giving up King a lot of information. Flat and Furious claims that there is some movement happening around C. NQE7 might be rotating their tanks back to defend both A and B, or Flat and Furious might be looking to get C as well to apply even bigger pressure for King to get that rotation out of the way as soon as possible. But will King do it now? They're still holding on. I don't know why. That thing is not actually getting information for King. Flat and Furious, great job. Let's go for C. And we are now potentially seeing a push coming in. Nado taking double tap already by those M6Os. King dropping all hit points, and they lost all 3 caps. Non-use going for B at the start. But the rest of the forces of King is very far behind, so Long Use is obviously going to be the focus for NQE7 here. I think that was kind of a missed timing for the push here. They are trying to focus the mouse. Axiomatic taking a lot of hits, but Long Use is now already dead. They're trying to get A at the same time, but they need to kill off these tanks out of the way. Deception and Sweaty Shaft, if they can't kill off a tank, if they lose another tank of Nado, then NQE7 will get this win, and it will be King trying to get B unsuccessful. Nado is actually going to be dead, and NQE7 2-0 to King, and NQE7 now through to the upper bracket final, sending King down to the lower bracket first round. King, no tanks doing more than 2k, and NQE7 also no tanks doing more than 2k, but more to do with King. That push was not well coordinated, in my opinion. That push on B should not come first, but should go, but the push on A should come first instead. And they also lost C entirely. I would have to say that Vickers Light didn't do a good job there. It should be closer to C than what that time position was in, because Vickers Light, although really good view range, NQE7 doesn't have to go aggressive, to be honest with you, and they just have to hold. Vickers Light did give a lot of information, and it also doesn't help when Flat and Furious actually spotted out Kang's movement near C, and they abandoned C completely, and Kang just didn't know what to do in this situation, and they were under so much pressure with their caps. And yes, NQE7 are through to the next round. Nope. Okay, we are still seeing group 2. Quint playing against no, that was not the right one. Calm still playing against GV. They're still playing. Will it be Calm taking home, or is it going to be GV that wins against Calm? I know GV really hates Kang, but it will be interesting if Calm wins against GV, and GV will play Kang next in the lower bracket first round. And will we receive a room invite for that? We'll find out soon. Oh, we have 30 viewers so far. Thank you very much. It seems it's going to be an exciting match exciting one to watch. Okay, so let's look at the results of other groups now. Okay, so Group 1, we know that RN has won against T90S 2-0, and E7 won against G4 2-0, I presume, as well. That was a quick one. Yeah, 2-0 as well. And I got the scoreline the wrong one, sorry about that. Okay, next we have Group 3. Group 3 we have Dur versus Quint 2-0 for them, and HLV dispatching Chloe 2-0 as well. So that is quite obvious, we have to say. And next we have Group 4 with EA 2-0 against IF444 and Feast against Salmon. They are still playing, so Salmon definitely grinding for another win at least to have their clan performance rating higher. So it's going to become even more difficult for Kane to overcome this one. And finally, then we have Group 5 going with Inter losing to host 0-2, and IV against 9V. They're still playing. Finally, we have Group 6. Group 6 we have ID winning 2-0 against VN 8-3-4. Laos against IVT. It's still going on. Well, Laos lost to IVT 0-2, which means Laos is going to play VN 8-3-4 next. This is not good start for Laos though, because Laos is fighting for the top 8, and they could give that position to EA if that's going to be the case, and they really want to qualify tonight. So far, not a good start for Laos. And let's see about GB versus Calm. They're still playing, so it's going to be close. We have no idea what's going to happen next. But yes, good chance that it will be Salmon that will get to the top 8 in the end. More than 40 viewers, thank you very much. That's really great to see. So it seems everyone is looking for that battle for top 16. It's still really tense. Hello Stevie. Money is the reason why Anki is not in top 8. Probably yes. Hello Lancelot as well. And 63% of you say Kane will be in the top 16 tonight. I do think you are jinxing King at the moment. My bet's on Salmon pretty much. 36 of you are thinking Salmon will get top 16 in the end. I think Salmon will get it. I don't know. Let's find out more results coming in. It's going to be GV, or well, they're still playing. We don't know the results here, and let's find out about group 4. Salmon versus Feast, and Feast won Salmon 2-1, and Salmon picked up an important match win right here, which is going to make it even more difficult for King to get into top 16. Group 5, you have IV versus 9V. The room is up, so we're going to see who is going to be joining King the lower bracket first round. 9V lost to IV 1-2, so it means that IV are going to be playing with Ho next. And finally, we have Group 6 going with... Okay, we know the results of Group 6. And how about Group 2? Calm or GB? GB won, Calm 2-1. And it's going to be King versus Calm now. Oh, interesting. That's a sense now. Calm has put up a good fight. It will not be easy for King. It will not be easy here. And will King dispatch Calm? Will King find their mojo back? The matches against NQE7 aren't really good. They need to be informed right now. Right now it's really between King and Salmon. If King can win against Salmon, they have a chance still in the top 16. But if King is knocked out, it will be good night to King. Not sure if my stream will still go on, but we'll find out soon. Ginny G is here for my pub games. No, you're probably not going to see any pub games tonight. Calm, we're seeing Kagaru, Matcha Latte in the IS7 alongside Leon and Nin Xin Senzia. Interesting name. Big Bang in the M60 and CS9. Hori Rato in the IS4. Slime in the M60. On the other hand, we have King going with Dwayne Donson Shane Donson in the M60 alongside Remnant and Holiday. Sakuna in the Vickers Light, Nardo IS7, non-used AM expected B, Tom Killer in the M60 potentially. Okay, Nardo changing into the M60 now. Non-used IS4 it is going to be the case. We're going to switch the screens. 2 minutes remain to go. Tom Killer will need to get ready in the tank, and Dwayne Donson needs to put Tom Killer to the left side. Or maybe they're waiting for another player to show up. Calm versus Descent. Interesting call with the Hori. Descent can be a little bit of an open map. Decide, but you have the dudes that could shield you really nicely. So the Hori TDs could be a little bit useless here, but we will find out soon. Calm starting out pretty well, and King having an off start. We'll find out King quintuple M60s now with Dwayne, now the Remnant Holiday, and Top Killer Sukuna IS, Vicky's Light non-use IS 4. Once again, looking at this RN E7, G4 has already won T90S 2-0. And on the other hand, Quinn's still playing against Chloe, I believe. Group 4, Salmon's still playing against IF444. And we also have Laos already through to the lower bracket final. 2-0 against VN834, so I assume that these two clans didn't show up. Phantom teams, pretty much. So we're going to mark them down. And that's a sense. With Kane on the north side, Calm on the south side. Let's go. Well, I'll have double check. It's Calm on the other side. Nope, not this. So please bear with me for a moment as I also change the sequence that you're seeing. And we'll be back in very short time. And here we go. We have changed. King on the north spawn with Calm from the south spawn. C will be captured soon, but we'll see actually a big push coming in from Calm through down the bridge side, looking for Sukuna probably. Sukuna will be getting out of this at the moment. Hello Sponge, how are you doing? And A will not be captured. King will need to defend C. It will be hard, but King knows exactly where Calm is. But I'm a bit worried about this because, as you know all the time, defending in the city side is a lot more difficult than defending in the desert, especially when you have M60Os. That can be a problem. It's really flat here, but they have the cap lead, so it's all on Calm to make a rotation. And we're now seeing what's going to happen here. Sukuna in the biggest light, traversing around, getting more spots up for King. But has to be really careful. He will have to go out in the open area. So far, no hit points been dropped. King with a slight hit point advantage. And yes, King saying they have no map control. That's because they went to the city side, pretty much. So it's pretty much their strategy causing them to have no map control. I mean, the biggest light can't do much. Split up the double M60Os. But as you all know, if you want to make a push, you need to make a push from both sides, or even three sides. You can't do it from one side because you can just pretty much defend only on one side with all 7 tanks. But defending on both sides will be hard, because at least one side will be showing to the back to the other side. So Sukuna spawning up Ninzin. So at least King knows that Calm 1 tank near their spawn, 2 tanks near the enemy spawn. That is some crucial information for King, but not enough information just yet. They still need to figure out which side Calm is going to put most of the tanks from. It seems Calm is rotating back to their spawn, looking to make a push there. King doesn't know this, so they need to. They are still trying to defend on both sides still trying to defend C, and they're not actually defending B. It's actually a bit difficult to do so. So Calm can absolutely go into B next while they make a rotation from one side. Calm now with 5 tanks there. We're going to see a big push coming in very soon. Yes, the tanks spotted, 2 M60s have been spotted now. They're seeing some action happening around. Calm looking to push onto King. Sukuna needs to run away. Got even though information, bounce the shots. Important. Calm also going for B. Will King make a push onto B now? They're sitting still at C for some unknown reason. That they're now going to make a counter push onto Ninsin. And 5 tanks looking to shut down 3 tanks here. No, they're trying to go for Reito. The hit point is still in favor of King, but they are getting outnumbered on C potentially, or maybe not. King, their tanks a little bit awkward in position. But Calm looking to shut down Holiday first. This has descended into Entropy now. Capwood's still in Calm because they got both A and B. King is actually the clan that needs to hurry up with the kills. Calm kills off Holiday with Neon Coffee Latte now also killed. Sukuna looking to get B. Great shot into Kaguru with Reito now dead. Nong is also dead. 5 versus 5 right now. Calm lost Kaguru now. King with 1 tank in advantage. The hit points now in favor of King right now. Sukuna can't get B because big shots coming into Sukuna, so they have to once again let B to be captured, to be under the hands of Calm. And Calm is actually, I think, in advantage with the caps. With CS9 now dead, Sukuna trying to shut down Slime Monster Dwayne Donson going for Linzin. And if actually Calm gets a kill out of the way, I think Calm will get it, but no, King will probably get it. They will get it. 1,000 cap points. It was a scrappy match, but King got it in the end, despite Calm attempting to get all 3 caps in the end, and they captured B, which is really important. But they were unable to kind of consolidate and get tanks out and try to rotate the low hit bumper targets out of the way. It was very close. It could have gone to Calm, to be honest with you, but King, 5 tanks doing more than 2k. King looked very messy in this one. They kind of got something out of the scrappy mess. And Calm, 2 tanks doing more than 2k. That push from Calm was okay. It was kind of decisive, but King kind of got the isolated Calm tanks pretty well, and they are now going to be in another match on Desert Sands. 1-0 so far for King. And also let me just include, I believe Calm's logo was not included here, so I'm going to add Calm's clan logo very soon. Just wait for me for a few moments. And then Calm's clan logo will show up in the next match. Okay, so let me just generate the table once again, and we are going back to Desert Sands. Calm this time going with quadruple barrels, they're going with a lot of heavies. CS9 IS4 King in the 268, Reito IS4. Meanwhile, King with seeing triple M60, an IS4, an IS7, a T22, and a Vickers Light. So that means Calm will have a lot more hit points than King, and King would need to trade a lot better this time round. Will the strategy from Calm work for them? And it's going to be really difficult. Now they're just pretty surprised. I don't think they can go for City here. They will get absolutely smacked by those mouses. But it seems also the mouses are trying to go to the city and to the desert side. Will it actually work? We'll see actually the mouses get sported up very quickly here. No, maybe not. It seems this is a really interesting move from the King. I thought Vickers Light would get spots, and Mousers actually went to the desert side without getting spotted. But they will be captured, so the cap pressure is on Calm right now. Maybe they will get B2, but they spotted up those Mousers as well. They haven't done a lot of damage to those Mousers so far, and Calm still leading by almost 2,000 hit points at the moment. C will be captured by Calm and Sukuna in that Vickers Light, looking to get more spots up. Naruto saying affirmative. And Slime Monster. The double mouse is still at the back. They're still trying to put shots in, but it's really difficult now. If I were the Mousers, actually would try to push. Because they are the Mousers, they should be able to do a lot of stuff. And King is actually quite isolated at the moment, so will Calm actually make a push? Oh, they're trying to capture B. It's interesting, will King has the shots to reset B? That's going to be an interesting one. It seems Rato is trying to cap B, but it's going to be a little bit unsuccessful. Holiday gets shot by one of the Mousers, with Dwayne Donson looking to get Rato, still unable to penetrate. But at least Rato is getting damaged for trying to capture B. But Dwayne Donson bounced 2 shots already, gets 1 in return from one of the Mousers. It seems now King, double M60Os looking for Rato. King looks very unconsolidated at the moment. They need to focus. They are looking at the wrong tanks. Kong going for 260. Meanwhile, Ramsey going for Rato. They need to focus fire. It was still in Calm at the moment, but if it continues this way, Calm could have this, and they're trying to push on to A with those Mousers. Dwayne Donson would not last for long. But with Rato now taken out, that is going to be a good move from Kane. They're focusing their tanks. They're ignoring the Mousers. They are ignoring the Mousers. They're not going to be doing what GB is popular at they're going to be taking out CS9 next. So that means Kane has to get an advantage. And Dwayne Donson trying to survive as long as he could. With Nagi taking more and more hits, getting blocked from running away. Kong doing a brilliant job for that. Dwayne Donson finally dead, but has distracted most of the Mousers, and it's now going to be a 6 versus 4. They're trying to get C now with Sukuna, and that will still give the cap lead towards King, and they have a slight hit on pool lead now. The Mousers coming in, but Kong is going to put shots into Slime. I think that was a missed time with that push right here. Slime coming in first with low hit points, and it will be taken out. That was a bad push from Kong. Those Mousers should have pushed in, scared and waited slightly a little bit longer, because Kane just shut one of them down. Holiday coming from behind, looking to kill off Kaguru, and Kane would lose Kong here, but that wouldn't be that much of a big deal with Kaguru now down. Kane looking to win 2-0 with Big Band now down to a 1-shot now, and will be taken out by Remnant, and Kane looking to shut down Calm here. And here we go. King 2-0, and they're through to the lower bracket final. Well done to King, and Calm will be out, and King will be closer to top 16 still. And what will happen to Salmon now? We are now seeing King 6 tanks doing more than 2k, Calm only 1 tank doing more than 2k, and this match would decide a lot of stuff. Will decide pretty much everything, I would say. And here we go. Group 2. We know Kane 2-0 against Calm. Which clan they will be facing next, we'll find out soon. Okay, and then Group 3. Group 3 we have Quint and Chloe. And Quint are through, beating Chloe 2-0. And they're now through to the lower bracket final. Group 4, Salmon versus IF444. It ends 2-0 for Salmon. And it really depends on this in this situation now. Will Salmon be able to qualify or not? If Salmon doesn't qualify, Salmon should be able to get top 16 tonight. Group 5, we have 9V versus Inter, and 9V are through 2-0 against Inter. Finally, we have Group 6 going with, we know Laos has beaten the N834 already. So the games are still happening at the moment. So while you wait, I need to eat something. God, I'm so hungry right now. So just bear with me. I'll be back with some fruits. You know, you love to see me eating some fruits during the stream, so I'm going to do that. I'll be back soon. Don't miss out.
What they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water. Try to find what's right in a distant place, so far away. The silence fills my heart with empty space. But now I'm sure of where I'll go from here.
I am back. I am back now. Hello, family. How you doing? Now that we know the third place, we know what's going to happen. Next match would not be that late, so will happen very soon. So. Let's update the leaderboard as well, shall we? Let me find this. And it won't change much because I don't think any of the teams playing at the moment are knocked out. Except maybe ECG would not be in the table on the table anymore. Okay, so here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Only 16, so I'm missing something. Oh, I think I know what I missed. Oh, but that'll be back very soon. I have missed group 4, I believe. Yes, I missed, so let me get these also here. And EA. And also Salmon. Alright. Let's go. That will mean 19. Yes, kind of concerned. It doesn't look very convincing so far, but the second match against Calm was a bit better. Oh. Oh, but this is going to get extremely exciting. GB and K, this rivalry is going to be really heated. GB once again, their fate is on their hands. They're trying to knock King out of the way once again. And oh wow, what more to say? Just like last season, they kicked King out of top 8. This season, they are doing the same, out of top 16 this time. If we look at the cups here, yes, it will be top 6. Currently, it will be E7RM, Fees, Ho, IDGV, HLV, EA. If GV does not qualify tonight, potentially, it will actually get out of top 8. They will bow out of top 8. And that would be a big upset here, which I don't think that will happen. And below that we have Laos, NQE790, Der, Ivy, Quint, IVT, Salmon, and King type. The same of the cups, with Salmon having a slightly better clan performance rating. Well, NQE7 looked very strong early on, and well, GB, they lost to 9V last time, 1-2 times, I believe. Yeah, there are a lot of cases that GB didn't quite turn out. They lost to Ho as well, 0-3. When Ho was like not really in the top 8, so it happens, so don't be shocked that that will happen. But NQE7 won, GB 2-0. That means NQE7, there is still a chance for them to get to the top 8. Royal doesn't have Yo and 113. Shame. How about Der and XLB? HLB 2-0 against Der, meaning HLB definitely will be securing a spot for, probably will be securing a spot though, probably. Unless really, I mean, NQE7 is through tomorrow. So there's still a big fight happening with Feast versus EA. EA actually won against Feast. They're still in the top 8. Still, EA turned up finally. So EA, will they will probably they will be in the top 8 pretty much, relying on Laos to lose and get out of top 8 with Ivy versus Ho. They're still playing at the moment. IVT versus ID. It ends ID 2-0. Alright, so it's Kane versus GB. Kane going with triple M60Os, a Vickers Light, a 9-7, and a Grand Bargain. They're still waiting for another person to show up. GB going with double IS7, double mouse, a Vickers Light, Professor the 50B, and Tokyo IS7. This is the match of the century, pretty much. Another instance where GB will control the fate of Kane, whether they will be in the top 16 or not, while Kane can take revenge. Last time GB knocked them out of top 8, will Kane get their revenge this time, knocking GB out of top 8. That will probably be an exciting story. And GB for the first time not in the top 8 would be a big, huge upset on the Asia server. And GB, they can't let the slump continue because it's now going to be very important. It's going to be really important now. They can't afford to mess it up. There we go. Let's go. Kane versus GB on Mind Ruins. Heading up high. And here we go. Playing red team on the north spawn with GB blue team on the south spawn. This is going to be such an important match, and I hope like 100 viewers are watching this one. This is so important that you don't want to miss any action of that. But Ho Chi Minh, great shot into Sukuna, sorting out more tanks of GB going into C. And we'll be trying to run away. Will Ho Chi Minh get another shot in? That will be a big question here. But it doesn't seem like GB might get C. Holiday going in position to reset C potentially. An upage is there. Potentially, Holiday took a hit from Professor. Has to play it really carefully. The Mouses could be a big problem. Oh, another shot into Holiday. GB so far leading by more than 2,000 hit points here. This is looking good for GB at the moment. King isn't able to put shots into GV's tanks at the moment. Great shot into Berlin here, and it seems King is trying to make a big move onto GB already near C. This can be important. They need to get a focus fire. Dwayne Donson needs to get Berlin out of the way first. And it will be a great shot there. Meanwhile, we are seeing middle side getting pushed by GV. GV loses a tank with Berlin down. Holiday could be taken out next. And Kane could win this side. Kane with 2 more tanks coming in to support the C push there. Long is getting out of the way. Holiday now dead. Conquistador also very, very low. Now down to a one-shot potentially. Capricorn looking to finish off Conquistador. And will prevent Conquistador from getting the full clip in. But Kane will lose long use as well. Now half the hit points as Kane. This is not looking good for King, and Royal say don't focus the Mouses. True, but that push on C almost worked. I believe the numbers were right. 2 more tanks going into C, I think, kind of tipped the balance to the wrong way, allowing GV to actually put a lot of shots to the tanks trying to support the C push. I believe like 4 tanks was enough, like especially when they took out Berlin so early at the start. It was a good idea, but it really didn't help in the end. And here we go. GV winning the first match against Kang. Kang in trouble now. They had the right idea, but I believe they messed up their numbers a little bit. The coordination was not as astute as GV with 6 tanks doing more than 2k. GV looking so strong at the moment here, and then we are all going on to the second match on my ruins. Okay, here we are. Interesting stuff. Kane going with double 50 Vs by long use and Conquistador. Dwayne Donson in the M60, Nardo, Mouse, Remnant, M60, Holiday, Crown, Sakuna, and Vickers Light. On the other hand, GB going with triple I7 by Berlin, Capricorn, and Tokyo. Ho Chi Minh in the Vickers Light, Professor, AM expected to be a double mouse by Doha and Nut Itch. And the chat blew up slightly, so please be nice to one another in the chat. We're on to the second match on my ruins now. GB versus King. Will King get one back? Sakuna and the Vickers Light. Going to get some spots for King. GV this time doing something similar as last time, but Sakuna lucky not to get shot by the Mouses. Has to be really careful with turning turret at that position. But Kane will be putting tanks over to see once again. There are 2 Mouses again in the middle, so they have to be extremely careful again. But are we going to be seeing a push coming in from Kane? They have to wait a little bit more. We're seeing Holiday still coming, but not very quick at the moment. GB could actually push middle with those bounces, but they're not doing it for now. Capricorn, that's IS7. Looking to put a shot into Conquistador. And it's a bounce though. Oh, double tap by Professor. Not a great start for Conquistador, but Naruto might be leading that push. GB might be seeing this one coming here. And hit points in huge favor of GB. GB tripped away a good amount of hit points off King already now. They're looking to make a push in the middle as well. And Dwayne Johnson once again is going to trying to survive for long enough. But King has already dropped so many hit points trying to push. Naruto became the sacrificial lamb here. And it's now down to a one shot. Will be the first time down. And GB just going back to cover all the time. And this is looking very grim for King. They can't really kill all the tanks at the moment. Berlin and Capricorn now both really low. Berlin down to a one shot potentially, but just will be killed by non-use. With Capricorn also dead. It's now 6. 5 versus 4 versus 5. Now the Mousers have come in. And Nub is trying to battle against Dwayne Johnson. Sukuna's still really healthy in that biggest fight. But that was a miss right here. You're seeing Ramnus looking to shut down Professor, but another miss. King of those misses and bounces would really condemn them to another defeat. And Ramnus on a drone reload, but GV's just leading by lots of hit points. Will put a good shot into Professor and will be killed by Ho Chi Minh with Sukuna. The last person standing, GB, will be through to the top 8, I have to say. With Kane knocked out of top 16, sadly. Professor, the last person standing, Ho Chi Minh, would pick up the pieces. And GB are through to the grand final and tomorrow's matches. Sadly, King are out and will not be playing challengers this season. Congratulations to Kane. To GB, I mean. 5 tags doing more than 2k and Kane only 1 tag doing more than 2k. Commiserations, they put up a fight, but they will not make it to the top 16, and they will be ruining on that defeat against Cham on the first day of Proof Skill tournament. They could have been it could have been them in the top 16, but as it stands, Salmon will be in the top 16 for the very first time on the Asia server after being the beating backs, the whipping boy, the whipping boys for seasons. Salmon should feel really happy and grateful about this opportunity. And Kane will fight in the lower echelon. And I believe the room will not be up. I think it will be the end of our stream, sadly. I'm not receiving an invite, so I don't think we will be seeing the last match here. Yep. So no invites coming in, so we will go through to other results and we'll end the stream here pretty much. Thank you all for watching tonight's stream. We'll see about RN versus G4. It ends 2-0 for RN. And E7 lost to RN 2-1. Yeah, E7 won RN 2-1. And it will be the grand final. It will be between RN and E7. Meanwhile, Group 3, we have De versus Quint, and they are still playing at the moment. Group 4 Salmon versus Feast. It ends Feast 2-0. Salmon are knocked out, but they are through with higher clan performance ratings, so Salmon are through to the Challengers Tournament. My huge congratulations to Salmon here. Hello Netforce, how are you doing? Hello Tryhard Pete. And Group 5, we have Ivy versus Ho. We don't know the results. Ivy actually beat Ho 2-1, and Ho are still playing against 9V, so it will be between Ho and 9V. It will be interesting because if Ho gets knocked out, they could get knocked out of top 8 actually. But that could become a lot more interesting for tomorrow. Group 6, we have IVT versus Laos, and they will still be playing, so it's going to be another close one indeed. I've been looking at the results so far, and we will update the table as well. EA and Feast, and we have IV. Okay, the current table is as follows. We will also add the cups for tomorrow as well. The table, Salmon anchoring type sustainable cups, but Salmon are through because they have higher clan performance rating. IVT still playing against Laos. Quins are through to the top 16. I mean IVT as well. If Ho gets knocked out today, they are still in the top 8, and they still have a good distance away from the 9th place, unless Laos are through. I will check now. So that includes the cups for tomorrow as well. At least they will get the 4th place. And Ho will be knocked out of top 8 if they don't qualify today. If they don't qualify today, they will get out of top 8, and Laos as well. Okay, so let's see if Ho will qualify. I think it's going to be interesting. This is going to be the result we are trying to see. They knocked out 9V 2-0. So they are still in the top 8 contention, so well done to Ho here. At least they can take a deep breath now that they are pretty much secure in the top 8. They didn't get knocked out by 9V. 9V in challengers, I mean, even if they win, they will probably still in challengers, so that doesn't matter too much for them. For that loss, it matters a lot more for Ho, however. That they now win against 9V, this is all what matters for them. And how about Laos? versus IVT, and they are still playing, so it will be between Laos. Now Laos, can they qualify? It's going to be a big if. FaZe has we know that they knocked out S-MON, so let's not go back. And Der vs Quint A, and Der has won Quint 2-1. And finally, we have Group 1. We know the results, so we're not going to go back. And okay, so we'll wait till the results of IVT versus Laos, and then we will stop the stream. Okay, so I will get the power rating, leaderboard, and so on updated after the stream. But it's going to be IVT versus Laos still. And it's going to be Laos 2-1 against IVT. They are still in the running for the top 8, but that was another close game. IVT really made a run for the money, and Laos originally lost to IVT 0-2. They are through. They can once again take a deep breath against ID. They have to win. They have to win. They have to win. And let's see what's going to, I mean, let's update the leaderboard finally, with Der winning against Quint, who are through. Laos are through, so pretty much all the top 12 teams are through tomorrow. Yes, unbelievable.
I don't understand what they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water, try to find what's right in a
So I really feel happy about S-MON. They finally made it to the level that
silence fills my heart with
they were once dreaming about. It's so hard, I mean, nowadays, especially this year, to get into the challengers, and S-MON beating the beating the likes of G4, Calm, and even ECG. I mean, also ECG helped S-MON to get to the duathlon, actually, to the challengers tournament. I don't think they would have thought that would happen in the first place. So I really feel very happy for S-MON, and I mean, with the previously known as the WoTB boys, we saw S-MON just can't even get any result against some the top 16 teams on the Asia server. Now part of the top 16 team, they definitely would feel really happy about this result in the end. And yes, all the top 12 okay, so all the top 12 teams apart from 9V are through, and it will all depend on tomorrow. EA versus Laos, EA and Laos, and I will be streaming Laos tomorrow, and I don't think Ronin is streaming tomorrow, according to him. Or maybe not. Maybe he will stream, but we will find out soon. Yes. Final table will be updated soon. We'll find out who will get the first place, especially for Laos and also NQE7. They want to get a first place. NQE7 looking really unlikely. So if we actually also include the calculation for the threshold. Or maybe not. I will actually do the calculation. So let me get my calculator out for them to secure a top 8 spot. Now that we know all the top 16 teams, we just need to find out who is going to get top 8 in the end tonight. Tomorrow we'll follow Laos tomorrow. So at least everyone tomorrow will get through tomorrow. All the top 10 all through tomorrow. There and Ivy also through. Congratulations to Ivy in particular, knocking out Ivy in particular. Almost knocked out Ho. Ho has to knock out 9B, and yes, here we go. So the gap needs to be the gap will be 2,605 cups. So add that to the number of cups of Laos, we will have the meeting point of 34,170 cups. So that means RN and E7 are through to the professionals tournament. So congratulations to both E7 and RN. So that will remain. We will have to see Feast, Ho, ID, GB, HLV, and EA. They are currently in the top 8, but they are not through yet. And there are still a lot of cups up for grabs. Pretty much, there will only be 6 teams through to the second day, so it's going to be extremely hard for some of the clans below, like EA and Laos, to make it to the second day, to the third day, NQE7 as well. However, NQE7 basically the could only get to the 7th position at most if they win everything tomorrow. However, if they only manage to qualify to the third day, they won't get enough cups. They have to do really well on the final on the third day. If they qualify tomorrow and if they get a good group, NQE7 will need to do really well, and Laos will also need to do really well too. However, if Laos actually go through and do the minimum requirements, if I do the calculation here. Okay, they will get 35,675 cups, meanwhile EA will get 35,384 cups. So absolutely, what Laos needs to do now, qualify for the third day, and you'll be fine. And they will qualify to the top 8. So this is all what Laos need to do, and EA needs to hope that they can get to the third day. And this is going to be a big challenge for Laos. Their grouping will not be easy. Their seeding will not be easy for them. So thank you all for watching, and thank you for just staying on to hear me rumbling about what's going to happen next. But all the updates will happen very soon on my server. So thank you all for watching, and see you tomorrow on the Asia server once again, where we follow Laos. I will not stream the EU server tonight. Thank you all, and good night all.